Good morning, everybody. Happy Monday. Find my live chat, see who's in here. Sherry, good morning. Charlie Girl says, Misty, Sunnyside, Jack's mom, Cheryl Lynn. Emma Lou, it's a crying shame. Miss Maggie, good to see you. Pamela, Nika, good morning. Did everybody have a good weekend? Hey, faithful one. Faithful one, she's always dragging in last. I'm just messing with you, girl. I had a pretty relaxing weekend. It rained the whole time. I was having a great weekend until this morning. Guys, before we get started on our true crime, let me tell you what my neighbors did. I about blew a blood vessel this morning, however the hell you say it. Annabelle's out of bedding. I got to go get her some from Tractor Supply, and I got to pick up some chicken scratch. Anyways, my neighbors went down there and put her Timothy hay on her shelf. We were talking about a bale of hay that costs $24.99 a bale. For a bale of hay, yes. Oh my gosh, I about blew my freaking top. Yes, they use Timothy hay and they used to have a freaking bag of it. Yes, that stuff is expensive. It's like, $24.99 a bale. Oh gosh. Oh, CC was hot this morning. I buy that stuff out of my Patreon money. It don't matter how I buy it. I mean, that's some expensive bed and they mean well, but oh my gosh. They are a hot mess. They got a not so nice message this morning. Sent Timothy Hay is what she eats, not what she sleeps on. Anyways, guys, yes, live chat reminder. Thank you, Sunnyside. Oh, Sunnyside, your picture reminds me. My sunflowers broke. Yep, Saturday night it came a big storm and it ripped them up out of the ground by the roots. I'm trying to save them. I don't know if it's going to work or not. Okay, so I see that Dawn Wells has done another interview. Oh, great. Someone's sawing down the road. Good looking out, neighbors. He's done another interview with Voices Behind the Wall. I have not listened to it. I listened to a second of it, and he was saying something about the interview room. I'm sorry, but that's just, I don't think Chris done anything wrong. That's the way you do an interview. I mean, of course, people's going to be talking about Don Wells' past. His daughter vanished from a freaking mountaintop up in a freaking holler. So we can listen to that this morning. I'm sure y'all have listened to it. Is it worth me listening to? Let me get to my live chat. Yeah, I got to stake mine too. I have a big link. Girl, there was this, I'll send you a picture in Discord. I had them planted in this old metal bucket, this old timey bucket. The bottom of it was out. It's a mess. It's a mess. Jack's mom, you haven't heard it? Okay, well, we're going to listen to it. I don't want to screen share and do it because I do not know this lady. I am subscribed to her channel. I don't need nobody striking my channel. Of course, I'm going to share her link. Some people's weird about you playing their content. If I did an interview and someone wanted to use it, I wouldn't mind at all. But, everybody's different and I don't know her. But we're going to listen anyways. I'm just going to play it from my phone. Also, I have an update about the Murdaugh murders. There's some body cam footage from the night Paul Murdaugh wrecked that boat drunk and it threw Mallory Beach from the boat and killed her. Actually, they didn't find that young girl's body for a week. But they've released some, I wouldn't say it's body cam footage, more like the audio from it. From what I could tell, Emily, I listened to it. I've been really into this case. It's a mess. Well, we're going to listen to it just a little bit again. I probably won't listen to the whole thing because I want to talk about Angela Tramonte's death. She's the young lady that met a guy on social media, flew out to Arizona to meet him. He took her on a hiking trip without any water. and she got hot, and she's like, I can't go on any further. He continued on the hike, and when he came back, he couldn't find her. They found her a little while later near a residence, and she was dead. Allegedly died of heat exhaustion, from what I can understand, but he's give conflicting stories. Something's not right about that. Okay, let me get to this. I will pull her video up so y'all can see Dawn, but I'm going to play it from my phone, I believe. And she got 16,000 views. Okay, hold on. Pause. Says it's pausing. Looks like he's all cleaned up, got his hair all slicked back. I mean, really, guys, I don't think he's involved in Summer's disappearance. I don't know what happened to her. Like, part of me thinks she could have been abducted, and part of me thinks, no. I mean, I really don't know. This case has me so bum-puzzled. Okay, so there's Dawn at the bottom. Oh, there's Chasing Truth on there, too. I didn't see her. I've been so busy this morning, guys, I haven't got to listen or read or do anything. Hold on. Crap, I don't want my own channel. Library. History.
Like a vehicle that was
Hold on a minute.
Sideways. They're yelling and screaming since 3 that morning. So when I went to work that morning, that's the first thing I was dealing with.
Hold on.
But
I'm going to go back.
The police showed up.
They said not to get attacked. So anyone doing that to Dawn or Candace, it's just going to be a blocking situation immediately. So I'm just giving you that warning. It's not going to happen here. So Dawn, we're going to get into then about you talking about the environment of where your house is, all the drug dealers living around there and everything, and just answer that and talk about it however.
Hey, there's drug dealers all over East Tennessee, all over Southwest Virginia where I'm at. That's just the way it is. I got drug dealers that live down the road from me. Hold on. We don't want to join the membership.
Okay. Yeah. So, yeah, well, there is a lot of drug issues of people, that are searching for meth or pills or whatever. But, like the other morning, I posted some pictures, of that red truck. That started at 3 a.m, and they're out there raising cane, at 3 a.m. But so we don't know, and we've had stuff come up missing, and people are in and out of there all the time. And I didn't really realize how rough it was there, till something disappeared.
What'd they go low for? Oh, it's their audio. He didn't realize.
It's not something you really think of.
Look, he didn't realize there was that many drug dealers and drugs was that bad around there until Summer went missing. Crap. Common sense, you can tell if you pay attention.
But until all of a sudden you're paying attention to it, I guess.
I think his phone went muted and he doesn't realize that something happened there. Maybe a call came in. Sometimes that'll knock me off of mine as well.
Yeah, maybe do you want to go back?
Bad. It was mostly our mic was. The police showed up and he asked if I could go ahead and pull it over to his truck. So and the policeman said, "Yeah, Mr. Wells is pulling over there," and so I did. And when we got there, I seen the truck on the bank of the ditch there, high centered, and I asked the officers, "Can I take some pictures?" And he said, "No problem, Mr. Wells, go ahead." And he started asking him for paperwork. And when I went to the side of the truck to take a picture of some woman stuck her head out, there was a woman in that truck. And she looked like she ain't combed her hair for like 2 months. I don't know, but she just laid back down in there and covered up. But that kind of stuff is constant in our area. And
we should have called the cops.
Kind of stuff going on. I think meth is.
Good morning, Charlie.
Well, it always has been, but it's getting worse. I guess it's a serious problem. I guess it is everywhere. But.
Meth has took all over the country here, down here in the mountains, because they busted all the pill doctors and shut them down, and people learned how to make shake and bake. Just go buy a few ingredients from Lowe's and some dry ice, however they make it, and they make their own. It's an epidemic. It really is.
Yeah.
But he should have known that
was
before
this
Summer
early
disappeared.
morning?
Damn, their audio sucks.
Well, sir, I
Sorry, that was that morning you left for work that happened with the four-wheeler and that?
Yes. Yes.
Okay, we're just learning
the
this.
police were there June 15th, early in the morning then. As
Yeah.
well.
Yeah, they just showed up because somebody else had called the law.
Wow. Well, you already know what I'm thinking, but we can't say it on this, so wow. Interesting. Huh. Okay. Well, just for funsies and to give the people a laugh, were you hiding in that shed when Chris did the interview with his wife? Or with your wife?
No, I was actually at work, and that's one of the things that made me mad when he commented something like that. I mean, knowing that all these people are
That
watching his
audience.
show, and we let him come up there to our house, and he's going to do us like that. Man, I just thought that was real unprofessional. It really upset me.
Definitely understandably, because when you put your trust in someone, then they turn around and try and paint you as the bad guy. And it seems like it's doing that just for views too. I don't understand why he's going after you specifically so hard.
Oh, okay. Like, I'm not trying to argue with anybody. But look, they're going to dig in, even the investigators. Of course, they're going to dig into the parents' background. Chris explained this. There's a process of elimination. Next, he said that, they'd be talking about Candace, really digging into her and the grandma. It was nothing personal. Nothing personal. That's the way you do it when you're a professional. Excuse me.
But yeah, I'm not him, so I don't know why he's doing that.
Like, I like these people, they seem cool, but I'm just saying.
I think there's a lot of speculation, and there's a lot of people talking to him, and
Oh, my God.
it's unbelievable how Facebook, how it is. It's bad.
Damn, the audio.
Can you tell us if they verified that you were at work
If you're going to do interviews, you need to get some earbuds, Dawn.
that day? Did you know if they
Jesus.
spoke to your boss?
I don't know exactly what they verified, but my boss, Richard Tucker, he knows. He talked to me that day.
Need to quit doing these interviews and giving out everybody's names. Now, people's going to be looking up your boss.
I also talked to Jamie Killian. He was there. I talked to him for 30, 40 minutes
See, there goes another one.
after, that day too. But trying to remember, but I think I talked to Richard about 30 minutes before I got the phone call, and then I had to load my tools up and head to the house as fast as I could. So, yeah.
Emily, most of these people, not all of them, don't give two craps about Summer. They really don't. It's for views and cha-ching money. I think Chris really cares.
But I think they could tell.
This audio sucks.
I was driving a Subaru that day, so I think they can tell by that too, because it's a brand new Subaru. I don't know.
Got an awful lot of
Yeah, they
nice
should be able
cars.
to track everything that happened that day. I think that's why there was a big issue when you said you thought it could have been 5:30. Can you clarify the 5:30? Is that when you thought Candace called you, or is that when you thought you got home?
Well, I couldn't remember exactly, but until TBI reminded me that it was 6:30 when we called, because that's what the 911 said. It was 6:30 exactly. And also my wife, I guess she looked on her messenger and was able to verify that too. Around the time that she called 911 was 6:30. So, yeah.
Emily, they probably downloaded everything that was on their phones. They got what they needed. I guarantee they downloaded it. Now, according to Dawn, when they got back their phones, everything was deleted. I don't know about all that. Now, why would law enforcement delete it? That makes sense.
I don't know why I was thinking 5:30, but I guess I was just wrong in that.
Nobody in this family can tell time.
Well, messing up the time by an hour, I mean, that happens all the time. That's like, but people are just trying to pick everything apart. And as far as
I agree with that.
you being like verifying you were at work, I'm sure the police have done that, and people saying that they couldn't verify that just seems weird to me, because all the people you talk to and everything, I mean, if the police had just talked to them, they'd say yeah, which they probably did. Like, it's probably just all rumors and speculations.
Yeah, because law enforcement, I checked again today, they say, yes, everybody is a suspect, but they said that everything that we have all come up with on social media, that they have already looked into those. There is no person of interest, okay? I feel like I should repeat that even. There is no...
Maybe they do have a person of interest. They just don't want to tell nobody.
persons of interest.
Hey, Meemaw.
Yeah.
Simple as that. So incriminating Dawn, I'm not sure what people are trying to do.
I don't think anybody is trying to incriminate Dawn. They're just talking about his past. How are they going to incriminate him with no damn evidence? Somebody please answer that for me. I am getting so frustrated with this case, guys. I really am. Hey, Sky, good morning. Is the FBI involved? Yes. The TBI is, yeah. It's FBI. Tennessee Bureau of
We
Investigations.
just need a villain.
Yeah, and to say that you were hiding in the shed and then point out into the past.
Oh, yeah, because you hid from the police.
I don't think Chris said he was hiding in the shed. I think he might have suspected something because she didn't want to open that shed up and let him look. I thought that was weird too. If your kid's missing and there's a retired professional there to help you, and he, mentioned something, hey, what about this building? You would think somebody'd go open it up. But she had an excuse, it was falling through. I did think that was weird.
You had a warrant. Well, guess what? When he interviewed Candace, you are not a wanted man. You have no warrants out. You have no reason to hide on your own property.
He should have looked then. It's a crying shame. He should have.
He was trying to talk about the whole knee situation and who got hurt the night in October when the Jose guy was there, whatever the situation was. Can you tell us a little bit again? Sorry you have to repeat this again, but can you tell us about that night and what happened that night with that Jose and whose knee got hurt?
You know what? I don't really think the Jose story is relevant to Summer's disappearance. That's just my opinion. I would like to know if he's really gay or not, because I mean, not that it matters. I just feel like Candace told Dawn that, so, calm down.
Yeah, that's not a problem.
He had a wife at one time. Could be
Candace
bisexual.
wanted me, so she made up, the story that she had moved the guy in, and she didn't say anything about him or anything else. She just let me speculate that she'd moved the guy in, So, of course, I flew across the country as fast as my little truck would take me. And, I got there, and the first day, everything's okay. But the second day, we decided to have a few drinks, and stuff. And things started to get heated. And Jose, his wife had messed around on him, I guess. And he was kind of taking it out on me with questions and stuff or whatever. But I told him, me and Candace had our problem, and we worked through that and worked it out. And, but she thought that I was in Utah. I was at a party, and I told her on the phone that I'm at a party. We're getting something to eat. Me and my son, we got to get going. We got to get home and get in bed because I had to go all the way to Park City that next day. But what she heard was that I was at a party and I don't want to talk to you, so bye.
Probably what it
was. The
was.
way she took it, but that wasn't the case at all because
I'd have probably took it that way too. He's downplaying this, y'all.
I wasn't doing anything but just getting some food and going home to sleep so I could go to work. But that's not the way she took it. But so that was a miscommunication right there, and we didn't know that till after, but anyway, let me go back to the story. But so me and Jose is getting into it, and he's calling me names and stuff. But every time he call me a name or say something about me, Candace would push me. So this went on for quite a while. Candace pushing me and pushing me and pushing me, and he'd say something and she'd push me. And finally, I tried to push her out of the way, and I was gonna hit Jose. But at the last minute, I decided not to. But I guess when I pushed her, she went down and scraped her knee a little bit. So she went, straight away because her feelings are hurt. So he went straight away and called the cops, and that's how the police got involved. And then Jose told the police that I chipped his tooth, and
Probably did.
and on. And then they told him about the powder gun I had in my glove box because I keep that gun in there for the safety of my kids. I felt that was important.
I didn't know convicted felons could have muzzle loaders. Black powder gun. I didn't know that.
Important because I knew it was somewhat dangerous around my house, but I had no idea how dangerous it was. But anyway, she went to the judge and she was crying in the courtroom. So the judge called her in his chambers, and she told him she made a huge mistake. And she
been there, done that with my ex. He got cuffed and stuffed, and then I wanted to drop the charges against him. That's the way abuse is. They'll beat the hell out of you, and then you still don't want them to go to jail. It really does something to your mind.
He just wants me out. And so the judge let me out. He OR'd me, actually, with gun charges.
Don's always innocent.
And I thought, because I was facing some serious charges. But he OR'd me. And
so you're not supposed to have a gun.
So, we worked it out and everything. And I pled out to a misdemeanor charge, and me and Candace worked everything out. And then we got to talking back to where I was. There was miscommunication. We didn't she thought I was partying. No, I was just trying to get ready to go. I was at my sister's party.
Sapphire, look real quick if you can and see if a felon can have a black powder gun in Tennessee.
But I wasn't partying. So it was a misunderstanding. But we worked it out and we forgive each other, and that was that, pretty much.
So at any time, did you ever put your hands on push out of the way, move out of the way, grandma?
No, she was outside. I'm gonna try to get this. I broke my camera. I apologize. That might be a little bit.
It's fine on our end.
Okay. No, she was outside by her trailer. I think she was standing in the doorway maybe, but I wasn't focused on her. But no, I never touched her. No way. And I would never hurt. I wasn't.
Well, Chris was just speculating. Calm down.
Trying to get her basically off of me because I wanted to hurt Jose, but I didn't. But
well, as a guy, I can definitely understand that you want the woman out of the way because you're thinking you're about to start fighting this guy. It's always get the women out of there because somebody's going to get hurt.
Did you ever see Jose again after that?
No, because that night that I went to jail, and this is one thing I respect Candace's mother for, she told him to load his stuff up right now. He is out of there, and she took him to North Carolina.
Can I ask you, why was
Allie
staying at your house for an extended period of time when she doesn't live that far away from you guys? And can you explain?
Pill buddies.
Let
me explain it. Let me explain why Allie was living there. There's probably pill buddies.
Your wife and her in a tiff, because it seems to me like you knew nothing about that. So can we get into that also?
Right. Yeah. So when I left for Utah, I was, I had a good job down there, and I was wanting to move my family down there. And so I guess when she went to Wisconsin or wherever she goes, I can't remember where her mother went, but to help her sister, I think it's Illinois actually. And
okay, so she looks, Sapphire, thank you. They can possess antique or black powder rifles Black powder handguns only allowed on the property, not on the person. And this was in his truck in the glove compartment. So that's a concealed weapon right there.
Of her sister for a couple of weeks. When they come back, Allie and them got together and they wanted to stay there for a while. And I don't know, do whatever women do, I guess.
Yeah.
I have no idea.
Yeah.
Kids all together.
Yeah. I'd say Granny gets a script of pills.
And the other two girls that they have there. And
Allie does pills. I mean, she was on that interview when Hunter, her son, was being interviewed, and she was sitting there nodding out. She was high as a Georgia pine with her big fat belly hanging out. Jesus Christ.
Summer likes, them girls.
Morning, Debbie.
But so I guess I don't know how this Jose got involved or how he ended up there. He come from New York, and so I guess some people dumped him off after they used him up for his money. I don't know, but I have no idea.
Allie and Candace probably sharing them.
I know that, but I mean that's all I know.
I mean, of course, I'm interested in that story, but I just don't think it's got anything to do with Summer's disappearance.
Okay, now everyone wants to know the lie detector tests. Who took the lie detector tests? Who passed them?
We can't take Don's word as fact, y'all. Remember.
At first, Candace couldn't take the lie detector test, and neither could I because we hadn't slept in days. And they wanted us to take lie detectors, so you have to be real calm and everything. And
you can't be under the influence.
25 seconds in between questions. So when they ask one question in 20 seconds, you're going to be falling asleep. You got to be perfectly still and everything. So me and her, either one could even take a lie detector test.
Because
so I
passed.
went back the next day, took a lie detector test, and I was told that I passed. And Candace, her nerves were so shot and everything that she couldn't take a lie detector test. They had to wait like Friday, Saturday, Sunday, have her come back on a Monday or maybe even a Tuesday.
They had to wait till she got sober.
To take her lie detector test, and she took it and finally and passed. And we never failed a lie detector test. We just couldn't take a lie detector test.
Did Grandma take one too?
Yes, and she passed also.
Can I ask how long after was when did they ask for the lie detector test? How long after Summer went missing did they ask you to do this?
Immediately on me and Candace. Yes, but
so
I mean, I think they waited 3 or 4 days maybe, because I know we didn't sleep for the first 2 or 3 days. We couldn't sleep.
Yeah, how long is this interview? I can't
but,
listen to it all.
So yeah, when they finally got us calmed down and sitting still in that chair, you're gonna doze off.
I agree, Sky. I totally agree.
So it was impossible to take the test. I took it the next day and passed. She waited, I think, 3 days and took hers and passed.
He's a smart Alex Sapphire.
Yeah, like no parent is going to be all calm and well rested after something like this happens. That's for sure.
Well, no, they're not going to be calm and well rested. Of course not. But I'd say Candace was under the influence of something. That's why she couldn't take the lie detector. Donna's probably drinking. Who knows? Allegedly.
Okay, so let's go to June 15th. You're at work. You get that call from Candace.
I'm sick of these people, y'all.
What time was that, and how did that go from that call? Do you remember what she said? And kind of let's go on from there a little bit.
Okay, so she calls me, and I can hear the fear and anxiety in her voice. She's terrified. And so I'm thinking, well, she's probably just around the house. That was my first thought. But I told her, well, hang up from me. I'm thinking in my mind, I told her, just call 911 just in case. So
What
I
did she
finished.
say to you? I can't find her, or
Yes, I've looked everywhere.
Damn, the
looked
audio.
everywhere. I can't find her. She's not here. And I said, well, hang up and call 911. And so she hung up. I threw all my tools in the back of that Subaru, and as soon as I got in the car and started down the road, I called 911, and they transferred me to Hawkins County, I guess. And I told them what the situation, that our little girl's not there. And then after that, I got back on Messenger and called her and talked to her through the whole trip. I think it was 30 minutes. I'm not sure, but like 30 minutes, I was able to talk to her on Messenger all the way there. And she was in her mother's truck driving everywhere looking for her frantically around our house. So when I get there, I'm still on Messenger with her, and she's still not found 30 minutes later. So I drove directly to the bottom property and down all the way down to the creek. And I see my three boys together down by the creek over on this side. And then on the left of me is my neighbor walking around, and my heart sunk right then and there. And I knew she was gone.
They took that neighbor's house?
I knew something, something. So I drove back out of there and went to the top of the house, and there wasn't no police there yet, I don't believe. There might have been a car.
Okay, so he said there wasn't no police there when he was talking to Chris. Now he's getting ready to say there might have been. Okay, if it took him 30 minutes to drive home, you mean he beat the police there? I just don't believe that.
I just can't remember for sure because everything just, happens.
Well, in the interview with Chris, you remembered pretty clearly.
I don't know, but there might have been a cop or two there. I just cannot remember. But it seems like there might have been. But after that, all these trucks and trailers with four-wheelers and stuff started pouring in, the police, and they actually blocked.
Hey, Carol, I feel the same way. I want to believe so bad they're not involved, but you know what? I'm just getting tired of these damn Dawn interviews. I want the police to come out and give us some freaking facts, verify some things.
Beach Creek and Ben Hill Road, we couldn't get out or in or nothing. It was a nightmare. They just kept asking us all kind of questions. They looked at our phones for the timeline right then and there to see. It might have been the next day, I'm not sure, but they looked at our phones, and he got the 911 calls and all that and wrote all that stuff down. And that's about it. I asked them if I could go look in my car or whatever, and I tried to leave, and I couldn't even get my car out of the driveway. It was just blocked in.
Should have known that before you tried. I mean, come on.
I think the next day, I'm not sure. I can't. It seems so. I don't know.
You don't know that, do you? I'm tired of listening to him. Oh my gosh, guys. This guy says, you're a nightmare, Dawn. Oh my goodness. Let me put this girl's channel. I've been putting it in the chat. Ah, crap. Hope she don't strike my channel. Like, I don't know. It seems like a nice channel and all, but I do agree, like, they're trying to be his friend. And kind of put Chris down. Chris is a professional. He's retired, I reckon, but he is a professional. And I think he done a really good job with the interview. The problem is, Dawn is pissed because Chris talked about his past. Everybody done knew about his past. Chris was just trying to clear some things up, because everybody is accusing Dawn of being involved. And like he told Dawn, there's like a process of elimination. He was trying to help. Was there anything new or just, there was nothing new as I could see. Just Dawn telling the same old crap. I mean, honestly, I don't feel like Dawn is involved. I feel like if he really wasn't at work, we would know that by now. I know the police are keeping a tight lip. But, if he really wasn't at work and there was some kind of evidence, I think they would have been arrested by now. Now, I have thought about this, guys, and I'm not accusing Candace, just something that went through my mind. Y'all know how Dawn is always going on and on about how much Summer loved him, how close they were and stuff, and she really wasn't that close with Candace. Candace had to bribe her, taking her fishing and stuff through the years, blah, blah, blah. What if there was some kind of accident and she was afraid that Dawn would kill her for letting something happen to Summer, and she panicked? I have thought that. But a big part of me thinks it's a local. It's somebody that knows Summer. This was really, really planned out. I don't know. I'm torn. Usually these cases, I can kind of predict them most of the time. This one, no. I'm just totally bumfuzzled, confused. Totally. I can't make heads or tails of anything besides nobody can tell time. Hunter wasn't that good with time. Candace not that good with time. Dawn's not that good with time. Come on now. Still think he's guilty about something. Could be. You know, the story about him and his stepsister really, really bothers me. It does. I know she might have consented to it, but gosh, she was just a kid. And like I said before, as she's got older and looks back on it, she knows that that was wrong. That he was, he should have knew it was wrong. He's like 15. She's like 10 or 11 years old. Come on. My son, he's 14 years old. He'd never think about doing something like that with like a little kid younger than him. Most normal kids wouldn't. Dawn said somebody put her in her car. Who? A woman? Who knows? Let's see what SK Buck says. Hold on, I missed the comment. You do know Dawn told Chrissy I always knew something. Yes, I heard him say that, SK. I'm just going to call you SK. Yes, I heard him say that, and I was like, what the crap? He's like, yeah, I always knew something bad would happen, like she would get run over or something like that. I've thought about an accident happening, but wouldn't there be evidence of it? Like blood or something? A lot of people theorize like she swung into the tree. Looks like there'd been some kind of evidence left behind, or she was ran over. But I did find that statement really, really weird. It went on for 7 years. Oh my gosh. Twinkle Star. I love your name. Thank you. Welcome. I sing Twinkle, Twinkle, Little Star to my little Smokey all the time. My little blind schnauzer. I'm new here and love your channel. Oh, hey, welcome. I'm totally unprofessional, just so you know. You probably know that. I just keep visualizing him drunk in bed. Pray to God he didn't abuse her. I know a lot of people are really bothered by Summer sleeping in the bed with them. But you know what, guys? If he was abusing her, it wouldn't have mattered if she slept upstairs. He's going to abuse her anyways. I don't know if he did or not, but I'm not going to lie. It's crossed my mind considering what went on with the stepsister. Here Dawn's trying to blame her too. Hey, you were the oldest. She's only like 11 years old. Gosh almighty. Hey, Linda Kennedy, welcome. That's my mom's name, Linda. Hi, Twinkle Star. Nice name brings good thoughts. It does, doesn't it, Lisa? It does. Okay, guys, let's pray for Summer and pray there's an update. Oh, I did have something else about the case to share with y'all. The TBI issued a warning about scams. Can you believe that people are using this kid to scam money? Hold on a minute. Let me find this because I didn't read it all. Okay. Let's screen share so y'all can see. Hopefully it don't play a video on me. I have got a headache, y'all. I don't know why. It's on one side of my head. Okay. The Tennessee Bureau of Investigation is issuing a warning to the public about scams in regard to Summer Wells' investigation. Investigators said scammers are taking advantage of people who want to help. Sheriff Lawson said earlier this year to be careful about what you read on the internet in regards to the investigation. Everybody has suggestions, and 99% of these we've already taken care of, and they're unfounded, he said. We've checked the residents numerous times in the area. Now people are trying to profit off of the case as well. Special Agent Rob Burkhart with the TBI's Technical Services Unit said to watch out for potential scams. Usually these are set up by family members or people in the general public that are trying to help. Unfortunately, they are scammers, he said. A lot of the time they are from overseas. Authorities have also seen kidnapping schemes where the scammer will claim to have a hostage and threaten to harm them unless a ransom is paid. We call those virtual kidnappings. We do get those in high profile cases, especially with missing children, he said. Burkhart said it's easy to become a victim and be careful with what you see on social media pages like Facebook and Twitter. It comes down to the basics, he said. Do your research on the company. Never click links, especially on Facebook if there is a link to a charity. The TBI issued a warning in a blog post earlier this week stating people are trying to profit off of the tragedy by soliciting money and telling people they are helping raise funds for the search. According to the Bureau, law enforcement agencies will never ask for money. All search activities are self-funded by the county and the state. Any others are scams and should be ignored. If you see any of these scams, report them to the police. The FBI has an Internet Crime Complaint Center that can be found right here. Let's click it. Oh, right here it is. Federal Bureau of Investigation Internet Crime Complaint Center, IC3. Oh, right here is where you do it. If you see any of those scams, do not donate. Law enforcement, like they said, they will never ask for money to conduct a search. Now, I have seen some fundraisers. It seemed like a while back, something about the search. Someone shared it on their channel, but I can't remember who it was. Anyways, let's pray that they find Summer safe and sound. It's not looking good. It's not. I have a really bad feeling. But I was wrong about the Jamie Kloss case. I thought she was dead. And she wasn't. That Jake Patterson, that weirdo, had her hid underneath his bed. Poor kid. I wonder how she's doing. I think she lives with her aunt and uncle now. I'm trying to take these ads down. Okay. Let me look at my chat before I start, though. If it'll load up. Ah, where'd it go? Go to my channel. Click. I'm probably not still muted. Who knows? Here, let me stop for a second. So, I've been following this Angela Tramonte. I think that's how you say her name. She met this dude online. Let me take this comment down. She flew out to Arizona to meet him. They went on a hike, and she ended up dead. And he's been giving conflicting stories. Let me see here. If I can get it pulled up. She's a beautiful girl. Okay, here she is. This picture don't do her justice. I mean, she is physically fit. I showed a picture of her the other day on here. You can tell she works out. Her legs, her calf muscles and stuff. What an asshole. Take a girl you first meet on a hike. She gets tired and you just leave her there and finish the hike. Oh, guess what, guys? Now he says he had never been on this trail before. And he actually got lost and had to call for a Uber or a Lyft to pick him up and take him back to the trail's parking lot. Can you believe this crap? Angela Tramonte, conflicting reports raise more questions in Camelback Mountain mystery. As Arizona authorities investigate the death of a woman on Camelback Mountain, there are conflicting reports about whether her hiking companion was familiar with the trail they were traversing. Her hiking companion was an off-duty police officer. Angela Tramonte, 31, was found dead on July 30th, near a home off the trail's path. Her death is under investigation, and authorities say there's no indication of foul play. But questions remain about what exactly happened. Angela had been hiking with Dario Dizdar, an officer with the Phoenix Police Department. Dario had initially told police that he got lost on the trail after he and Angela separated about halfway up the mountain, and that he was not familiar with the trail. However, the television station reports that Dizdar's statements to investigators are not consistent with accounts by fire and rescue officials from the scene, and an incident report written by a park ranger who had talked to Dario. While crews were searching for Angela, a spokesperson for the fire department told journalists that Dario Dizdar was very familiar with the mountain and that he hikes it this time of day all the time from the top to the bottom. A Phoenix park ranger also wrote in an incident report that Dario said he enjoyed hiking Camelback and did so often. The boyfriend stated that he was a local, did this hike all the time. She was going to go as far as she could and turn around. The incident report obtained by the television station reads. However, during follow-up interviews with police, Dizdar said that the July 30th hike was the first time he had been on Echo Canyon Trail. He said he became lost and ordered a rideshare service back to the trail parking lot. Why did you leave your date there and continue the hike with no water? It's the first time you're really meeting this girl. She'd only been there 24 hours. Freaking weirdo. Officials with the fire department later asked the media to stop using its initial statement because they said they misunderstood Dizdar. Yeah, did they misunderstand him or did he change his story? Further, a spokesperson for the police department told the television station that it doesn't know what specific questions fire and park authorities asked Dizdar, who is not considered a suspect. Well, maybe you should go ask the people that interviewed him. How about that? Angela Tramonte is from the Boston area and had flown to Phoenix to meet Dario Dizdar for the first time after the two had been chatting on social media for 2 months. I think they met on Instagram. This week, Dizdar told KNXV TV that the narrative about him is wrong, but he declined to go into detail. I got my statement. I gave it to detectives, Dizdar told the television station during an impromptu exchange outside police headquarters. The park ranger's report shows that search crews used Angela's phone to get an indication of her location and eventually found her body in the backyard off the trail. According to Dizdar, the two separated at around 10:30 a.m. Dizdar told police that Tramonte felt overheated as they were ascending the mountain and that she wanted to turn back. But he said she asked him to take photos from the top of the trail for her Instagram account and that they agreed to meet back where they had parked. What was he going to do? Take them with his phone and send them to her? Because she had her phone on her. I do not believe that. And her friend said that she hardly ever posted pictures, just the scenery, unless she was in the photo. That's just so weird. It's like the day after you meet this girl, she flew there from Boston to see you. She gets overheated, and you just leave her there and continue your hike on a trail you allegedly don't know? I mean, he is a first responder. He should have known better than that. You never leave someone in distress, and you never go on a hike without water. And see, that's something else that's weird, because her friend said she always had a big old thing of water with her everywhere she went. Okay. At about 1 p.m., Dizdar, who was off duty, called 911 to report Angela was not at their meeting point. Temperatures that day hit a high of 105 degrees, but Dizdar had said that neither he nor Tramonte brought water. In response to KNXV TV questions, the Phoenix Police Department issued this statement, according to the television station. In response to KNXV TV question, the Phoenix Police Department, okay, I didn't read that. Information released initially is information that was known at the time. I would also like to point out that there are different trails within Camelback Mountain, and we do not know what specific questions were asked by fire and park personnel prior to our detectives speaking to the witnesses. Well, I believe you need to send your detectives to speak to those first responders. The conversation between the witnesses and our detective was recorded. The interview indicates that the witness reported this was his first time hiking the Echo Canyon Trail. This continues to be an ongoing investigation with no indication of foul play. The witness continues to cooperate and has provided all information to our investigators. Some of the information provided includes cell phone information. During a preliminary examination of the phone, investigators did see photos from the top of Camelback Mountain taken that day and proof of a rideshare trip used by the witness when he got lost. Well, I mean, I don't know. He just should have known better. You never leave somebody behind that's in distress and continue your freaking hike. You could have come back another day. That was very irresponsible. Very. And why didn't y'all take no water? Why didn't they take no water? That don't even make sense. You're going to go hike a trail you've never been on. Probably don't know how long it is. 105 degrees. And don't take any water. It's negligent homicide, probably. I don't know if it is or not, but oh my gosh, I would be so pissed. I know, Linda. And Uber goes up a hiking trail, met him in the parking lot. Okay, so, okay, you went up a hiking trail. You didn't have enough common sense to follow the same trail back? None of it makes any sense. What if he made her hike like that? Who knows? Just because he's a cop doesn't mean he's not a weirdo. And besides that, according to her friends, the apartment that he took Angela to is not where he really lives. I'd say the weirdo is married. He's a first responder. Water should have been a priority. Yeah, I mean, and it's so weird because she was a big water drinker too and never went anywhere, according to her friends and family, without a big thing of water. They say foul play is not involved, but I'm not so sure. There's something really weird. My dad was a cop and shot my mama. Oh my goodness, really? There was a sheriff. I'm sorry to hear that, prayer son. There was a sheriff over in Kentucky years ago, but he would take women up on this old trail. I think it's Fox Trail or something, or Little Shepherd's Trail, and rape them. And he got by with it for years. Finally, he was busted. Yeah, there's good cops, there's dirty cops. There's good and bad people in every profession, I always say. Anyways, prayers for Angela's family and friends. Okay, so let's talk about the Murdaugh murders. The mom and son who were gunned down in South Carolina. They're from a prominent family. All the family's lawyers, it looks like. Let's see. Looks like they've dropped the charges against him. I mean, they really don't have no choice. I mean, he's dead. I don't see how they could not. And we got some audio from the night he crashed and killed Mallory Beach. This family is all kinds of messed up, and it looks like law enforcement used to let them by with a lot just because of who their family were. Okay, Murdaugh family mystery. Felony boat crash charges dropped against murdered South Carolina. What in the hell is that word? Psyching? I don't even know what the hell that means. Okay, so the state of South Carolina has dropped the charges against Paul Murdaugh stemming from the 2019 boat crash that killed a woman. A move that was prompted by Murdaugh's own death earlier this summer. Paul Murdaugh, 22, and his 52-year-old mother were fatally shot June 7th at the family's vast estate in Colton County. I don't know if that's how you say it. The case remains under investigation. No one's been arrested in connection with it. In April 2019, a grand jury indicted Paul Murdaugh with one count of boating under the influence causing death, 2 counts of boating under the influence causing great bodily injury. He later pleaded not guilty, but had not yet faced trial when he died. The charges stem from an incident 2 months earlier in which Murdaugh was allegedly to be grossly intoxicated and driving a boat when he struck a bridge piling. Some passengers, including 19-year-old Mallory Beach, who's pictured above, were thrown from the boat. Her body was found a week later. Look at her, how beautiful. Robert Kittle, a spokesperson for the South Carolina Attorney General's office, told the Island Packet that the state withdrew the charges because Murdaugh is now deceased. However, investigators are still probing the crash, and sources have told the newspaper that a grand jury is reviewing a potential obstruction of justice charge. Some have questioned whether law enforcement and judicial officials gave Murdaugh special treatment given the prominence of his family, which include 3 generations of state prosecutors. Murdaugh was not handcuffed at his bond hearing. He was not required to wear an orange jumpsuit for his mugshot, and he was allowed to travel while awaiting trial. If that'd been anybody else, they'd still been in jail. Developments since June 7th slaying indicate that there are inconsistent statements and reports by police and potentially missing evidence and possible efforts by the Murdaugh family to interfere in the crash probe, according to the newspaper. Paul Murdaugh's blood alcohol concentration after the crash was 3 times the legal limit and likely would have been higher at the time of the crash. We're getting ready to listen to some audio from the night of the crash. One of the, I guess it was Mallory Beach's boyfriend. He is going off on Paul Murdaugh and screaming at him. We're going to listen to it. Hold on. Oh, and let's not forget, there's another case that's tied to the Murdaugh family. A young man, his name was, what's his name? Was it Stephen Smith? Stephen something. He was killed on the side of a road. Allegedly, it was a hit and run, but there was no evidence that he had been hit by a vehicle. He actually died, it looked like, from blunt force trauma. And he was tied to the Murdaugh family. I think Paul Murdaugh's brother was messing around with him. And I think he was afraid that Stephen was going to out him as being gay and killed him. And made it look like, and just took his body and dumped it on the side of the road. Okay, hold on a minute. This family's evil, y'all. Okay. Here, right in hell, Mallory Beach's boyfriend screams at Paul Murdaugh after fatal boat crash. Okay. We're gonna listen to it. I may have to mute though.
Copy advised EMS that the civilians are underneath the bridge still in the boat.
The most severe of the injured is on the boat underneath the bridge. They'll have to walk down to.
The most injured.
After y'all hit the bridge, did y'all beat the boat up there on the side of the thing, or did the boat, that's where it ended up? Okay. Y'all think y'all hit one of the markers at the beginning of it? Okay.
Hold on, guys. Okay. It wouldn't let me add myself back to the stream. Okay. I got it fixed.
Can I use your phone?
You ain't got your phone on you? No, you dropped yours in the grass right back there. That don't surprise me. Okay. Have you been checked out by an ambulance? Hey, buddy. You been checked out by an ambulance? Yeah, I'm fine. Sure? I think we should get checked out, right? Yeah, I'm fine. I mean, shit, what's going on? Hey, what's your last name, buddy? Murdaugh. M-U-R-D-A-U-G-H. Okay, what's your first name? Paul. Paul, P-A-U-L? Holy shit. Yeah. So they found me. Hey. We're looking right now for it. They're down there looking, okay? But they got a good search on it, right? Yeah. Yeah. But they probably don't find it. They're gonna find it, okay? Don't you think? They're down there looking right now, okay? You know they got a good search, right? Yeah. Yeah, they got a good team down there looking for it, okay? Hey, can I use your phone? I don't have my phone on me, buddy. Oh. Here. Hey. Here, stay right here. I'm gonna go get that one you dropped on the ground back there, all right? Yes, sir. You got it already? Yeah. So there were 6 total people in the boat. Okay. They hit, I think, one of the bridge pile, and where you see the boat is where it ended up. Okay. One of the young ladies got ejected. She still has not been found. Tide's going out, and we tried walking down the marsh a little ways to find her, but the young lady down there, I think, is the most severe. So far, of the people that we have, the 5 that we have. Okay. So we got 6 total, 5 accounted for. Yes, sir. Okay. All right. Tide's going out, and they were running this way when they hit the bridge, so she probably got ejected and the current carried her down that way.
Yeah, and his passengers were begging him to slow the boat down.
I'm about to drive down there. I done been in the back of one of these. You're not going to no cups again. Get in the car. Come on. I need you. Yes, come on. You're not going. You're not in trouble. I done told you that. You're in trouble. I'm putting you in cups right now. Come on. Did they find Mallory? You're not. Just sit right here. I'm not closing the door. I'm gonna get you a cigarette. Sit right there. Sit right here. We got everybody coming out here. You're my concern, okay? I'm fine. No, you're not. Listen, Pete. I'm here for you. All right. Me and you, we're chilling. I understand you're upset. I ain't about to sit here and tell you to calm down, okay? But I'm gonna get you a cigarette.
I'm working. Fire, they can bring their thermal out. About 14.
Listen, man, my mom works. Okay, listen, that's cool. I done told you you're not in trouble. Do you want to call that? I need to call her. I need to call her. Go. You can go down there. Is there a D-Long on the boat? A what? Elena? No. Huh? No, that's Elena DeLong from Ridgeland. It's not her. That is her friend down there that's bleeding like hell. What's your mom's number? Mom, y'all need to come to me for quick. We hit a bridge in the boat. Connor's fucked up. Connor's messed up bad. We can't find Mallory. Morgan's messed up bad. We can't find Mallory, Mom. Where we at? We're at Paris Island. Paris Island.
That's Mallory's boyfriend talking, I believe.
Paris Island. Paris Island. Entrance to Paris Island. Entrance to Paris Island. Yeah. I don't know, Mom. There's 50 cops out here. Everybody shit up. I said, there's 50 cops out here. And one of the cops was nice enough to let me call you. Mom, there's 50 cops here. Coast Guard, everything. We can't find Mallory. It's been 30 minutes, Mom. You probably need to call Mr. Hay or Mr. Phillips.
I'm 14 is that.
Hey, there's one injured on the boat all the way down there. I don't know if EMS knows all that, but.
So what are you not doing now? You're going to eat the assignment.
Hello? Hey, it's hoping I'll be fast. All right, your son's not in trouble or anything right now. Like I said, he's very.
Paul Murdaugh was nothing but a little spoiled brat.
You probably do need to pick up Messi coming down this way. You don't have a problem with that. You're probably going to ride. He told me you're in law enforcement. Okay. Yes, man. We'll get it. Like I said, I'll let you come see your son. I got him pretty much as calm as I can get him. I totally understand. So, me and him, I'll be hanging out with him the entire time. Okay. Just Google Paris Island. Yeah, just Google Paris Island, the main entrance gate. Just scroll around the main road. It's one way in, one way out. You will not miss us. All right, just Google Paris Island. Yeah, the Marine Corps base. There. First gate.
It's kind of low, guys. Sorry.
We're on the main road. You won't miss us.
Get that motherfucker right there away from me.
Yes, man. We'll be here.
Did you hear Mallory's boyfriend? Get that MF away from me.
Gonna get no fucking bro, you fucking smiling like it's fucking funny. My fucking girlfriend gone, bro. You think it's fucking funny?
Wow. So Paul's laughing and they can't find Mallory? Cop should have let him beat his ass.
Yeah, I got a lot now. Here, hold the cigarette. I got you. He's going away.
I'm not going to listen to it all because it's like 15 minutes long. I just wanted to hear the part where Mallory's boyfriend was cussing Paul Murdaugh. So, see, they have a lot of enemies because they always get their ass patted anytime they get in trouble. Daddy gets them out of trouble. So it could be anybody that put this hit out on Paul and his mom. They were found down at the dog kennel, their country estate, shot to death. Paul's dad found them. I think his name is Alex Murdaugh. He had been visiting his sick father, who actually died a few days after the murders, but he was an older gentleman. This was planned out. It went through my head. Maybe the dad was tired of all these lawsuits and having to cover up for his son all the time. And maybe he put the hit out on him. I'd say it's a local. Somebody that they have wronged in the past. And I think it's connected to Mallory's case. His ass probably wasn't going to get in much trouble anyways over Mallory's death because of who his family is. They're going to crack this case. As far as I know, they don't have any leads right now or suspects, but they're going to crack it. And it's going to be like a Lifetime movie. Hold on a minute, guys. I have somebody coming up my driveway. Hold on. They're going to crack it. And it's going to be like a Lifetime movie. Oh, God. There's my mom. Jesus Christ. Well, guys, I'm going to have to get off here. Here rolls up my mom, unannounced. Y'all have a good day. Thanks for chatting. Hold on a minute. Lady. Come on. Come on. Y'all have a good day. Let me get off here and get my dogs in the house. Be safe, be kind, and peace.